Welcome into the NBA playoff closing line. He's Skee Profit. I am Drew Martin. We're going to be going over today's action for Easter Sunday, April 21st. After a good day of best bets, Skee, ready to get back after it. We will have best bets at the end of the show, but happy Easter out there. Happy Passover, whatever y'all are celebrating. Hopefully you're enjoying your holiday Sunday here, and hopefully we can get some winners for today's show. Welcome in on the chat box. We got Maurice Hooker, Daddy 89, Gabriel Hernandez, all in the chat box. Big Guy Bubba, what's up, buddy? T Money 10, welcome in. Paco Healy from the West Coast. Guys, if you could please smash the like button, that does help us out. But without further ado, he's Skee Profit hitting on his best bet last night. Welcome to the show, bud. Happy Sunday morning to you.
Yeah, happy Easter, and it's great to be back. We had a great day yesterday. Definitely love seeing that, and I'm ready to get back after it. Ready to get some more winners. Happy to see everybody in the chat. Cove, Coleon, Bubba, Paco. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, Michael. Hi, Nugent in the house. Jason Lovely. Welcome in, guys. And yeah, happy Easter to you as well, Skee. Is there anything you kind of took away from yesterday's games that you think you can use going forward for future matchups here in the playoffs?
Nothing too much in particular. I felt like, I feel like the Boston game, the last Boston game, kind of taught me how to play the Rockets game yesterday. I didn't really feel like yesterday taught me too much going forward. I kind of saw things I already knew. But one thing I wanted to say, I love the idea. I never really did it of a best bet. I love having that, and I love doing that. So I'm looking forward to that again.
Yeah, man, it's fun, and it's one best bet to leave everybody with. So it's a fun thing to add to the shows, I think. Hey, Red Girl, good morning to you. Happy Easter to everybody out there. Omar, like in the Lakers, it sounds like Gabriel hella in play too. Went 9-1-1. Congrats on that, man. Big Guy Bubba. Day drinking yesterday and still cleared 4 units. Man, some drinking and hitting some units. That's a good day, big guy. So congratulations to you there. But Skee, man, let's get right on into it. We got the SBR odds page up, looking to get the best odds on the board. We got Boston, Indiana at the top of the card, starting in not too long, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific start time here. This game on ABC. Looks like Boston, the Celtics taking money, opened 1, now up to 3 at some shops, 2.5 at Bookmaker right now, 204 or 204.5 the total. What are you thinking here, Celtics Pacers?
My first thought is if you're backing Indiana, I mean, I'm not really sure where you're going. Are you just thinking the Celtics won't really care about this game? Because I'm not sure what you've seen from Indiana to really want to back them. Their offense is non-existent. They have the worst offensive rating in the playoffs. They can't score any points. They have quarters where they just go. I mean, they had a quarter they scored 8 points. So I don't think there's too much reason to back them. They're 9-17 versus competition. I mean, I know they made a great seed in the East, but they're 9-17 versus upper competition. They're 1-5 against the spread their last 6 games. Another thing I look at, Indiana, straight up, they're 8-18. Actually, I think that's 8-19 now, straight up, and 6-21 against the spread when they allow 110 points or more. So they don't want to get in a fast-paced game. They want to continue to play slow, play defense, especially when their offense is so bad. So I don't think there's a lot of points in this game. One other stat I would like to point out, teams 0-3, the last 3 playoffs, they're 3-11 straight up. So they haven't been winning. I don't see why anything changes. Boston's shown they're a much better team than Indiana. They're 6-1 against the spread their last 7. Brad Stevens, another thing, he's 19-10 against the spread after a win. A lot of teams we see kind of a letdown in the playoffs after a win, but he keeps his teams going, kind of like Greg Popovich, and it's another guy up there. But I like Celtics. I don't really see why it changes. You're kind of just asking them to win under 3 points. I would go with the Celtics, and I would think it would be another low-scoring game.
Okay, so liking possibly the under here at just over $2 at 204, and the market agreeing with you, man. It's been pushed up almost a full 2 points depending where you're shopping. I mean, I guess the argument for Indiana is they're down 3 games to none nothing. They are at home, so just kind of not wanting to get swept out at being at home. That's really the only thing I can think of, because the gameplay so far in this series has been all Boston, but you just don't think that's enough, at the professional level, just being motivated not to get swept at home, huh, Ski?
I just don't think they're good enough. I mean, so it's one thing to be motivated. I pointed out a stat though. I mean, I said the last three playoffs, that's all these teams. They're 3 and
Yeah.
11 straight up when they're down 0-3. And if you extend it even further, it's 20 and 39 straight up, 24, 32 and 3 against the spread. So it hasn't really mattered. And in this case, I think they're just outclassed. I don't really think you want to go first half because, I mean, if anything, you see that motivation, and I believe Indiana is going to play good that first half. But full game, I think they'll give up once they know it's over, and they'll cover that. What is it, 2.5 points?
Right. Yeah, two and a
Yeah,
half you can shop around and get. It's threes at some shops.
I would like 2.5, or like you said, the under. Indiana is also 27 and 15 to the under at home. So Celtics or under.
I like it, man. And yeah, that stat as far as 3 and 11 in closeouts, that's a good one. And also, you brought up a stat, I believe, before 9 and 17 against top competition. Is that against playoff teams?
Um, yeah, it would be playoff teams because it's 55% win teams or more, and those teams are going to make the playoffs. So yes.
Okay, good stat there. So it's amazing that they made the made this high of a seed in the playoffs. It's just they just took advantage of the worst teams in the NBA throughout the regular season. It's a good thing to get into the playoffs, but against good teams, we're seeing it here against Boston. It's just a tough go of it.
Yeah, and we saw also like even before the playoffs started, there was a game where Indiana played Boston, and there it was pretty much a game for like the seed 4 and 5 seed, I believe, and Indiana got blown out. I mean, we've kind of seen the same thing since then as the playoffs has gone. So I think it's the same thing again tonight or this morning.
Yeah, depending if where you're going to be watching the game, it is 1 o'clock Eastern, so that makes it 10 o'clock on the Pacific Coast, and that would be 11 o'clock in Costa Rica. In case you were wondering, for anybody watching down in Costa Rica, but what we can just move down the card here. We got next game up on SBR odds. Looks like Golden State, LA Clippers. This 3:30 Eastern start, 12:30 Pacific start on ABC. Back-to-back games on ABC. Looks like -9 or 9.5 Warriors laying in this one. Highest total on the board today, Ski, 236. So not a lot of defense, and Golden State look, at least the market pricing them to be almost double-digit favorites here on the road. What are you thinking, Warriors versus the Clippers, man?
The thing that stands out to me, we talked about it, I believe, last weekend, me, you, and Ian, and I'm not sure who I talked about it with last, but I think it was the last game for this team. The total was about the same, and it dropped like 4 or 5 points. It went from 237 to 233, 233 and a half or something like that, and it still went over. I mean, it's a high total, but these teams play fast. And Clippers, I mean, we've talked about it already. Golden State outclasses Clippers, just like Milwaukee outclasses the Pistons. They're not going to be able to stop Golden State any way, form, or fashion. Clippers are the best over team, I believe, in the league at home. They're 28, 12, and 2 to the over at home. Warriors are 23 and 19 to the over away. I'm not really scared of the big number. I want to back the over. Clippers are over 12 of their last 15 games. Looking at the pace on the season, Warriors are 11th, Clippers are 7th. Offensive efficiency, Warriors are 1st, Clippers are 10th. Defense efficiency, Clippers are 21st, Warriors 10th. So I believe we're going to see points. If I look at the side, I would like the Warriors, but I believe I want to continue to ride them early. They've been 9-2, their last 11, first half and first quarter against the spread. And Clippers, I don't have the exact number, but I know throughout the year, Clippers were a pretty decent first quarter team, and the drop off will come, I believe, in the second quarter. As far as like first half or first quarter bets, they will win more first quarters than they would first half. So I will lean on the Warriors on the first half in this game if I'm backing the side.
Okay, and did you say the Clippers were really good first quarter as well, Ski?
I'm not gonna say really good, but they're definitely probably better on the first quarter than first halves.
Okay. And Charles Barkley in the house. He's always got some good comments saying easy money today with the Celtics and Warriors. So sounds like we got agreements with you in the chat box as far as today's game with the Warriors. 9.5. As far as looking to lay this, do you like the over more, or do you like the favorite more, laying almost doubles here?
On the full game, I would definitely say I like the total more than the full game spread for sure. Um, think I like the total more than the first half. They might both be a play for me, honestly. I like them. I like them both. Um, I'm not really seeing why things will change for the Clippers. Clippers can be mad that they got blown out, but I think I was talking to it about Jimmy. Does it matter that they're mad? Can they do anything about it? They're not that good. So I like both. I like the first half spread and I like the full game over. I don't really like the full game spread as much for Golden State, but I do like the first half.
Okay, in first halves here, and guys, if you're new to the show, SBR Odds does have a label here where you can just click full game, first half, first quarter, totals, money lines. It's pretty easy to navigate in the upper left. And in the first half, we got it Golden State -5. There is a 4.5 at Bookmaker. So if you're looking to get on Golden State, Bookmaker would be the shop, at least in the first half, -4.5, and a total of 120.5. That is a high total for the first half here, Ski. I mean, 120 points is a lot. And would you have any opinion here on the first half total?
The first half total, not necessarily. I mean, I would just agree with my thoughts on the full game. I don't really see it being a low scoring first half and then necessarily a higher scoring second half. I think it's scoring throughout the game. Um, I like them both. If I have to, I can't say I necessarily don't like the first half.
Okay, good stuff, man. And he's Skee Profit on Twitter. If you're not following him, you need to, especially in the NBA playoffs. Absolutely killing it this year, putting up his wins, also putting up his losses. Very transparent guy on Twitter. Great follow. So I definitely recommend following him at Skee Profit on Twitter. And his Twitter following has been blowing up, man. You've been transparent since just really this year, man. 20 times growth on your Twitter followers. Is that it, Skee?
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. I know I'm really big on transparency. Whether I win or lose, I'll put it there. I have a shitty day. People give me a hard time. It's all right. But I mean, yeah, it's been pretty good. In September, I believe, about IFBC time, I only have 500 followers. So I definitely appreciate all the support. I'm glad I can help anybody or help put money in anybody's pocket.
All right, man. Well, yeah, no, it's fun following you, and you definitely know it a lot better than me, a lot better than most people out there as far as the NBA better betting markets go. So happy to get your opinion. And guys, please chime in the chat box on what you guys are looking to bet. Feel free to market it any way you want, and we'll throw it out here on the show. We will have best bets at the end of the show. We are 5-3 on the year, so we'll stay away from saying over 60% year to date, right, Ski? Or I guess we just said it. So
We'll get a couple more games, but get a little bit more a sample size, and then we'll have it out there.
Exactly, small sample size, granted, but we are off to a profitable start, and we'll move down the card here. We got a 7 o'clock Eastern tip, 4 o'clock Pacific, Toronto, Orlando, as Toronto heads south of the border here in Central Florida. TNT is broadcasting it. Looks like -5.5. The Raptors laying on the road, 207.5 the total. Any strong opinions here with Toronto, Orlando tonight?
I don't know how strong it is, but I definitely do have opinions. First thing I will say, I'll touch on the total. The under, it's went under 6 of the last 7 games these teams have played each other. In general, under 5 of the last 7 games for Toronto. Orlando, like before the playoffs, every game was over. But we talked about it, I think, last weekend that it should slow down because of the playoffs, and that's exactly what it's done. So I have the over at 7 of the last 10, but last 3 games have been playoff games, and they've went under. Pace, 15th and 16th. I don't really see why it's much different today. if Orlando is going to win, we have two good defensive teams, fourth and eighth defensive efficiency. If Orlando's going to win, they got to play great defense. I believe Toronto's going to play great defense. I will lean on that under. I'm not going to make it a play just because, I mean, it's been under every single game. They're kind of adjusting, making it a little bit lower and lower. But if I'm playing the total one way or another, it would be under. As far as the spread, I happen to lean towards Toronto. If I'm taking Toronto, it has to be on the first half. And if I'm taking Orlando, it's going to be on that full game. Toronto is 9-2 against the spread their last 11 first halves. And on some full game stats for Orlando, they're 17-7 when the spread is +4 to +7. They're 11-7-1 for as a home dog. They're 22-12-1 versus 55% win teams or more. So they give competition a hard time. They stick around. They're 6-1 against the spread their last 7 games. And a couple stats for the Raptors. They're 3-9 against the spread as a favorite after a playoff win. They're 3-9. And in the Kyle Lowry era for the Raptors, they're 18-34-2 against the spread. I would have to take Orlando on the spread. I mean, they covered the backdoor 5.5 last time. They have everything to fight for tonight. Everything supports Orlando. It would have to be +5.5 on the full game for Orlando or pass. And on the first half, I would like the Raptors.
And so does that correlate with you also liking the Magic in the second half, possibly?
Yeah, I would say that correlates because I mean, I think Orlando's much better. I mean, I think Toronto's a much better team. I do think they'll win. I'm not necessarily thinking Orlando's just going to come win, but I do think it will be a close game.
Yeah, and you bring up the fact, Orlando does have a lot to fight for. I mean, they're only down 2-1. First half looks like 2.5 is the spread, and full game at 5.5. Man, out of the stats you threw out there, man, I agree with you. And overall, Skee? I mean, you don't really like this Toronto team as the 2 seed. You don't. They're not one of your favorites to win the East, right?
Most definitely not. The Sixers are the 4th. Toronto would be 3rd, so I don't like them at all. No.
And why is that? Just against, they wouldn't match up well against the Celtics or Bucks, or is it just because of overall talent?
It's just because they have a history of not getting it done. And just like I said about Lowry, the playoff era, I mean, you can go to the next game and see just how you saw the first game, 0 point, Kyle Lowry. I mean, it's always pretty much the same story for the Raptors. They have Kawhi Leonard. I'm not sure about Nick Nurse, but the reason I don't like them in the East is because I like the other 2 teams a lot more. I like the coach and Brad Stevens, great coach, and they've been there, done it before. And as far as the Bucks, I mean, they're amazing talent. They're looking like when the Warriors started their championship run. So I just think they're not one of the top teams. And I mean, they kind of show their colors every year in the playoffs.
And when you bring up the stats with Lowry, they're really good. Do you think it's about him personally, maybe an attitude problem, or just the way he fits into the Raptors system?
Hell no, man. I'm not giving him a pass. It's Kyle Lowry. They should have traded him and not traded DeRozan. I mean, there's no way that you can play good in the regular season or play a certain way all year in the regular season, and then playoffs pop up and you just don't show up. Like, it's in his own head. He can't put it together, and it's a problem.
Man, I think there's something there. You're onto it, man. I trust your read on this. Like Lowry being what kind of a cancer to a team? So other teams you don't think maybe should go for him if this doesn't work out as a Raptor, or do you think it is he just might need like kind of a change of scenery?
He could need a change of scenery, but I'm not big on him if you're going for winning championships.
That makes sense. And I mean, I guess not every team is necessarily has that in the realm for this year, but interesting take there on Kyle Lowry, maybe in that looking to fade the Raptors here. We got one more game, Skee, and guys, please smash the like button. It does help us out, and we'll get to the chat box. Gabriel Hernandez, Nate Dogg, Red Girl, Seattle and Blue Jays again. Some MLB talk here in the chat box. Saw some guys talking about the Yankees. Make sure to check out that lineup. I saw a bunch of people out for the Yankees lineup. So possibly a fade today on the diamond. But we got one more game here in the NBA playoffs, late night game. I won't say degenerate special, but because it is professional sports, and that does, it might offend some people. I'm not sure, Ski. But we got Portland at Oklahoma City, -5.5 here. The Thunder are on SBR odds, 222.5 the total. What do you think in Portland, Oklahoma City, man?
This one is a little tough for me. OKC was doing a lot of chirping after that last game, and Dame has been pretty good. I mean, that's not somebody you want to make mad. So, I mean, they're down 2-1. They're at home still. I mean, they definitely need this win. 6 points is a lot to be laying against a Portland team that's playing really well, and I don't really see it stopping. OKC shot extremely well last night. I'm not sure that it continues again, or not last night, but last game. I'm not sure that it continues again here. If I'm betting this game, as far as early, I mean, we know OKC is terrible first quarter and first half. OKC is 3-13 last 16 first quarters against the spread. They're 9-30 last 39 first halves against the spread. And on the other side, Portland, they're 11-4 last 15 first quarters against the spread. So Portland on that first quarter plus some points could be a good look, especially Dame coming out with a chip on his shoulder after Schroeder's in his face all night with the Dame time, and he has Westbrook chirping and rocking the baby. So I think he'll come out good. He had 23 points in a quarter. There's no reason why, or I don't see them stopping him. Russ doesn't even want to guard him. He can't guard him. So first quarter should be a good look for Portland, or maybe even first half. The full game, I'm torn because I can see it going either way. I don't really want to lay 5.5 points with OKC with Portland, who can match them toe for toe. But at the end of the day, who I think wins the game, I do think OKC wins the game. So, I mean, I'll stay away from this one as far as full game spreads or totals. If I'm betting it, it's Portland early.
Man, I like that stat. Those first quarter stats, man, especially with Portland now catching 2. It's OKC -2 in the first quarter. So, and those were like, vastly different first quarter records that you were throwing out, Ski. If you have them in front of you, you mind reading them again? It was Portland was really good first quarter, and going against OKC, very, very bad. And even being at home, that won't talk you off of possibly betting Portland here first quarter.
One thing, I know Portland does play better at home than away, but I mean, last game, we saw Portland actually, they're underdogs by about what, 8 points, I believe. They won the first quarter. I think it was 22-21. They're up in the first quarter, and then they lost the first half by like 10 points. So, I mean, they were on the road that game. I don't see why they can't do it again tonight, especially after they lost the game. And Dame should be upset. And OKC shot really well last game. So I do like that look. That's more times than not going to be a play that I play today.
Man, I like it.
And the stat, my bad, Drew. The stat was 11-4 for Portland last 15 first quarters against the spread. And on OKC side, they're 3-13 last 16 first quarters against the spread.
Man, I'm writing that one down. That's a good stat there, Ski. It's very contradictory as far as both teams having very opposite first quarters there. And I think that carries over from game to game, man, because slow starts, it's not like it changes too much. So do you find yourself betting first quarters and first halves just as much, if not more, than full games?
Throughout the season, I haven't. But, I mean, we talked about this a couple times on the closing line since we started. When you stop learning, you stop winning. And all throughout the season, I've just been just searching for ways or little, edges on the first quarters or early in games and seeing how I can play them. And I've kind of gotten a little bit better. I can say the same thing maybe for totals. I found a way to maybe read totals a little bit better as the year went on. So I'm just learning, man, and trying to continue winning.
Absolutely. Finding change and always learning. Two big things as far as winning in the sports betting world. And some guys in here, RTWPB asking Skee, please tweet your picks, man. Absolutely. He's a great follow on Twitter at Skee Profit. And I believe you did you always tweet your picks on your Twitter handle, Skee?
Yeah, I tweet them out every day. I recap them all the time. I mean, I'm busy. Sometimes I might not recap it the same day, but I'll recap it when I wake up the next day. So my picks are always posted on Twitter. Maybe if you miss them, you can follow my action app. I put them on there too. So they're always available for everybody to see.
Okay, and I know we've talked about it before, but the Action app it is something that you recommend people do to follow you and also for themselves.
Most definitely. I mean, when you're putting your money on something, unless you're just having a good time, you're having fun. You want to see how you're doing. You want to see if you're doing well or where you're doing well at, where you're not doing well at, so you can fix it or so you can change it. And if you have Action app, you can track it. It shows you your record, shows you how you've done in each sport, how you've done lately. So, I mean, it's a great thing to have. You can follow the people you want to follow to get their bets. So I like it. Yes, I recommend it.
All right, Ski, and we got a bunch of guys in the chat box. Ronnie saying anyone like the Nats today? Raptors win, but they cover is my question. I could be wrong, but Raptors look good from David Stewart. JP saying happy Dylan Bundy Day. I'm guessing that's fade Dylan Bundy on the diamond. So show some love to Skee and Drew from Ron. Absolutely, guys. Please smash the like button. If you could retweet on Twitter, retweet the show. I saw a couple guys on Twitter already. Adam Schloss saying something to Big Ragu as well. He's been on a run on Twitter as well. That's at Big Ragu 62. Mental Profit saying great NBA playoff show here on Twitter. We appreciate that, man, if you're tuning in. Skee, hitting the chat box a little bit. Hit the like button from Nate Dogg. Guys breaking down these games. Nice from Ron G. Absolutely, man. Bundy has been better this year from Red Girl. So some diamond talk as far as maybe Bundy bet on, maybe fade, not really sure. Portland +6 under 224. That's from Ralph. That's what he's looking at betting in the NBA. Skee, man, what else you want to throw out before we get to best bets as far as these four games? Maybe anything you left off?
I was just listening to the comments and looking at them. I know I see Ralph putting his things here. He likes Portland. Ralph's a pretty sharp guy. He tries to bet early and beat line moves. He does a great job at it. And I did see that he liked the over in the Warriors game earlier, and Red Girl liked the under. And also, I heard you say about Big Ragu. Big Ragu is a great capper. Yeah, he smashed it. He kills it. I love Big Ragu. Great follow. He even bets horses and kills horses. So, I mean, anybody who could do that, I mean, you're the man to me, Big Ragu. So, big shout out to Big Ragu.
Yeah, man. Skee, are you into horses at all?
I went with when Jimmy and came out for LA bag. I went to Santa Anita with them. I had a good time over there. I didn't win any money, but I mean, I enjoyed myself. I could see myself going again and maybe actually trying to learn what I'm doing and maybe win. So I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, no, it's a fun thing. I'm kind of like you, just go a couple times and for the fanfare and stuff, make a couple bets. But I get it when they talk about the Kentucky Derby being I think the saying is like the most exciting 2 minutes in sports or something. I get that, man. When those horses are running, you got to bet on it. It's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, it is. Especially like they had the day that we went. They had, I believe, it was $1 beers and $2 hot dogs or something like that, man. We were having a great time.
Oh, nice, man. How many beers you put down? Over, under, what, let me put 4.5?
Hey, you know what? The LA Bag Crew, I told you before, Drew, I'm not a big drinker. But every time I'm out with these guys, I can't count. I can't keep count, but I had plenty. Every night. Plenty of alcohol.
You don't want to put too much down, man. You want to be able to take care of yourself, So that's good, man. I wish I was there. When's the next time you're going to see the horses?
I don't have a set date, but I mean, I'm down to go whenever. Maybe I should look at the next big one that's coming up.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we got to get together as far as Las Vegas trip. Heck, who knows? Maybe an LA trip or a Costa Rica trip. Get the SBR low bag crew in here. All low baggers welcome into the show. We'll be here, guys, every Saturday and Sunday throughout the NBA playoffs. Ian Cameron will join us on Saturdays, just Skee and myself on Sundays, breaking down that day's games for the NBA playoffs. Skee, has anything changed as far as your futures view in the NBA playoffs? As far as I know you had a future bet there, I believe on the Celtics, and anything else as far as the NBA championship goes?
Um, I don't have any more futures right now, but I mean, I can talk about how I think it's gonna go. Next round, we have Houston playing Golden State. A lot of people are believing in Houston. I mean, it sounds like the same thing as last year to me, and I'm not a believer in the Houston squad. I think Golden State is bored, and I mean, once Houston shows up, Golden State's going to be ready to play. Houston, Harden, CP3, and D'Antoni. What do they all have in common? They choke. So I'm not sold. I'm not sold on the Rockets. Besides that, who else do we have in the West? We got to see who comes out between OKC and Portland, and they'll play Spurs or Denver. I think it will be the Spurs. So as far as the West, I mean, Warriors, I believe, are going to come out. As far as the East, I think that's the better one. Celtics, as you mentioned, I have them two in the East. I do think they challenge the Bucks next series. It'll be a great series. I'm not saying they definitely win, but I know they have a shot to win. I mean, it's between those two for who comes out the East for me. Celtics and Raptors, they can have fun, do their little series, but whoever wins is going to get killed the next round. So Bucks or Celtics, those would be my bets to come out of the East and to face the Warriors. And if I had to put my money on it, it'll be Warriors versus Celtics.
All right, there you heard it from Skee Profit on Twitter at Skee Profit. Knows the NBA playoffs as good as anybody, including the betting markets. Daryl Lyles saying Vegas, LA, or Miami. I'm done. Did someone say low bagger from Jake Bell? Yeah, absolutely. All welcome. Y'all should come to Cancun from Gabriel Hernandez. We also have Tijuana Dave, big follower. Not sure if he's in the house today, but a bunch of people in Mexico. Skee, do you ever get to Mexico?
No, I haven't, but I mean, my coworkers, honestly, they've been talking to me about it. They're trying to take me to Tijuana. I'm not sure exactly what's over there, but they keep telling me it's a good time, and they're trying to get me to go. So I'm sure I'll make my way over there.
Oh yeah, man! I definitely recommend it, man. Tijuana is one of my favorite towns, man. It's a good time. You should go, man.
Yeah, I'll definitely consider it because I mean, they said it's pretty easy to go, and I know they have connections, so I'll take some time to get out there.
It's like your normal party town, just with less rules, you know.
Oh, I definitely like less rules, so that sounds good to me.
Good stuff, man. Oh man, everybody else in the chat, good stuff here. Who can stop Giannis from RTWPB? We'll see what happens with that. I don't think that happens definitely this round. Bucks. I think they smash the Celtics. That's from David Stewart. We'll see what happens, man. It's good stuff in the East, also in the West. But we got best bets coming up, Skee. Anything else you want to throw out as far as the landscape of sports betting, lifestyle, anything else before we move to best bets?
No, I'm just honestly, my brain is a little tired right now. So I've been crunching these numbers. I'm going to crunch them some more for the next 30 minutes. And as you can see, I'm not at home. I'm going to go back to work. So I crunch these numbers, tweet my plays out, and then get back to making some more money.
All right. Well, just lucky to have you in here, man. And guys, please smash the like button for Skee Profit early Sunday morning on the West Coast. Got over 300 people watching right now. Only 70 likes. Don't be a lurker. Please smash that like button. Help Skee out and myself out. Is it safe in Tijuana, Daryl? I'm not. I believe so, but I don't know. I'd probably do your own research. I've never really had a problem, but I guess I have heard of stuff. But hey, there can be stuff that happens to you anywhere. So keep that in mind and stay on the beaten path, so to speak. I'll start us off with best bets. Obviously, I'm just the frame. Skee's the portrait here when it comes to sports betting in the NBA playoffs. Skee, I'm going to ask you one more question, man, because I'm teetering in between two bets. You were on a lot of the stats: 11-4 first quarter for Portland, 3-13 first quarter for Oklahoma City here. That makes me look towards the first quarter with Portland. And I was also thinking about the Magic plus 5.5 versus Toronto today at home. This Orlando team, it's a tough bunch. They're motivated. Man, if you had to choose between those two, a dog and Portland in the first half, also a dog, which one would you choose?
It wouldn't be the first half. We were on the Portland for the first quarter.
First quarter,
And,
correct. Sorry.
if I have to choose between both, I like them both a lot. Honestly, I like both great value. Both I think can win. If I have to choose one, I don't necessarily think Orlando's going to win the game, but I said I think they keep it close. I have more confidence that Dame responds to what happened yesterday, so I would go with the Portland on the first quarter.
That's all I need, man. Portland on the first quarter +2. That's my best bet, man. Portland +2 first quarter over Oklahoma City. Going for a little run here on best bets. We're 5-3 on the year, up over 60%. That will be my best bet. And Skee Profit on Twitter at Skee Profit. Drum roll, please. What do you got for best bets, bud?
I have to make a decision too. I like a few. I like. Oh man. All right. I think the number has changed on Golden State and Golden State over. Can you tell me what number I'm getting right now?
Yeah, full game.
Full game, yeah.
Full game looks like 236 seems to be the prevailing number. There are 236.5. So if you're looking to bet the over, Bet Online is showing at 236 right now.
And I believe there was a 235.5 before we started the show. So it's moving towards the over. And one time, could you just tell me the Celtics line?
Absolutely, man. We got Boston 565 Boston at Indiana 204 the total, -3 for Boston. There is a -2.5 at Bookmaker right now.
Yeah. Oh, I love them both, Drew. Dang, I have to choose. You know what? All right, this is how I'm gonna do it. This is why I'm making this decision. I like the over. I don't have. I love the over, but I don't really have as many major stats to back it up as the Celtics. So, with that said, I'm gonna roll with the Celtics. Minus. Did you say 2.5 or 3?
You can get a 2.5 at Bookmaker right now.
Then I will roll with the 2.5 at Bookmaker. I'll keep believing that the 0-3 teams lose and not great at covering.
All right, man. He's Skee Profit on Boston -2.5 full game. I am on Portland +2 first quarter for best bets. Today, guys, we'll be back Saturday and Sundays throughout the NBA playoffs, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. Both Saturday and Sunday. Also, tomorrow's slate, I will be on the Low Bag Show in the morning, about 11:45 Eastern time. Also, special video on the NBA draft at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Bill Connolly, the writer from SB Nation, one of the best college football writers out there, is going to do a video with us on his thoughts on betting the NFL draft. So that's coming up for me this week on SBR. Skee, what do you got going on the channel?
Monday, so tomorrow I'll be on King's Court with the guys King Real, J Money, maybe even Senpei Max, and Tuesday, Thursday I'll be on Low Bag with Jimmy, and Saturday, Sunday I'll be right here Saturday with you and Ian, and Sunday it'll be you and I, and I will before I go I'll share what I'm looking at and my decisions I'm going to make. I did say I'm on that Celtics for my best bet. You guys heard me debating over the over in the Golden State game. I'm going to look at the Golden State first half. I'm going to take another look at Orlando +5.5 and decide maybe if I want to take Orlando +5.5 or if I want to go Raptors first half, but more so Orlando 5.5. And 9 times out of 10, I will be joining Drew with Portland on the first quarter.
All right, Skee Profit. I like it, man. A bunch of guys in the chat box. One person asking what were the plays today. Portland +2 first quarter for my best bet. Boston -2.5 for Skee's best bet. Skee, and for everybody out there liking the NBA playoff show, we will be back Saturday and Sunday, 11 o'clock Eastern time, and King's Court Monday through Friday. What time you guys start? 7 o'clock, right, Skee?
Eastern time, yes, 7 o'clock.
Okay, Monday through Friday every night. What about Saturdays and Sundays? Anything?
No, no Saturday and Sunday for King's Court, just Monday through Friday.
Okay, great show there for NBA playoff betting as well. So stay tuned to that Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock, King's Court. And we'll be here 11 o'clock Eastern time in the morning on Saturdays and Sundays. Kobe, Jeffrey, Bruce, Joe, thanks for chiming in. Kevin Lee, sharp money in the house. Good stuff. Low baggers, all low baggers, welcome. Absolutely. Luke DM in the house. Please smash the like button on your way out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern for Skee Profit, at Skee Profit on Twitter. I am at Drew Martin Bets on Twitter. Thanks for tuning in. Best of luck with your bets today. Happy Easter, happy Passover, whatever you're celebrating. Be safe, and best of luck with your bets, guys.
Later, guys.